So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Proclaim. I hope you are okay by the time you're watching this video. I am Joshua Miguel Mercado, reporter for today's topic about the knowledge gap. You can find it on page 284 of the module. I will begin the report with one quotation that is relevant to our topic. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn by Alvin Toffler. In this module of Baran and Davies, page 285, or rather 284 under the knowledge gap topic, it states first in the Tishonor, Donohue, and Olyen research the importance of mass media and the uses of messages. Indeed, it plays a vital role in the society. Meaning to say, the media itself has a large impact on our society, as well as to information that we gather. That is why it is connected to the knowledge gap topic because it's talk about information and factual evidences. Do you agree with that? The next one is, you can find it on page 285, guys. This statement is, in the realm of media studies, particularly as explored by Baran and Davies, the knowledge gap refers to the disparity in access to information and media literary skills. So again, basically, a knowledge gap refers to the difference between what an individual or group knows and what they need to know to perform a task or make informed decisions. The next slide is about the concept of knowledge gap. So here's the evidence of the gap that is happening in knowledge or information. You can find it on page 285 of the module. As you can see, the highlighted part, in simpler way, this statement is a core tenet of the knowledge gap theory, a concept central to Baran and Davies' work. It essentially means that as more information becomes available through mass media, those who are already more privileged, often due to higher socioeconomic status, are better equipped to access and understand this information. This leads to a widening gap between the informed and uninformed. So in this way, you can see already the gap between in a privileged one and the people who does not have gadgets or internet. Okay? Are we okay with that? The next one is the factors contributing to the knowledge gap. Still, you can find it on 285 of the module. In this highlighted text, the knowledge gap hypothesis posits that as more information becomes available through mass media, the gap in knowledge between higher and lower socioeconomic groups tends to widen rather than narrow it. This is due to a combination of factors. What factors is that? The first one is the pre-existing gap, and there is the socioeconomic differences. There are inherent disparities between different socioeconomic groups, like including access to education, resources, and social networks. The next one is the media and audience factors, and there is the media consumption. People with higher socioeconomic status are more likely to consume news and information from various resources. Of course. The next one or the last one is the information processing and interpretation. And there is the cognitive abilities. Individual with higher socioeconomic status may have better cognitive abilities, enabling them to process and interpret information more effectively. So as you can see, this factor causing the knowledge gap is very, very alarming. And I know that the question in your mind right now is, are you ready? What question is that? Is it truly the rich welfare fault for what they know or not? Hmm. What do you think, guys? It's true that socioeconomic factor plays a significant role in knowledge gap. It is not entirely to fair blame the rich for their knowledge advantages. It's a complex interplay of various factors, including your own way how to access the information by education and skills, also social network and such. However, it is important to note that the knowledge gap is not solely a result of individual choices. Rather, Rather, it is also systematic factors such as an equal distribution of resources, discriminatory policies, and social biases also contributed to the widening of this gap. So again, the next slide is about research of Thomas Holbrook 2002. And yes, if there is a problem about the gap widening in the knowledge area, here is Thomas to find a solution. Thomas' research provide an interesting counterpoint to the traditional knowledge gap hypothesis. Because, why? While the traditional view suggests that the gap between the information rich and the information poor tends to widen over time, Thomas' study suggests that certain events, particularly political campaign, can actually narrow this gap. Finally, the solution that can narrow this gap. Here are the key findings of Thomas' research. The first one is the campaign-driven knowledge acquisition. The second one is the increased public discussion and information seeking. The third one is the media exposure and engagement. Hall Thomas found that during presidential campaign, particularly during events like debates, the knowledge gap between different socioeconomic groups tends to decrease. However, it is important to note that these effects may be temporary. Once the campaign ends, the gap may begin to widen again, especially if underlying socioeconomic disparities and media access inequalities persist. How sad. That is not, constant solution. But thanks to Thomas, but still thanks to Thomas research. The next slide tackles about digital divide. Do you know what is digital divide? So first, what is digital divide in this approach? Digital divide refers to the gap between those who have access to information and communication technologies and those who do not. In the context of the knowledge gap, the digital divide exacerbates inequalities in access to information, education, and opportunities. And to connect to this module, Haines' research highlights a specific aspect of the digital divide, the gap between those who use the internet for information and those who primarily use it for entertainment. You guys, how do you use internet? For information or entertainment? Because for me personally, both. I can use the internet for entertainment as well as to the information. This division can contribute to the knowledge gap in several ways, like getting information access, digital literacy, and such. And lastly, these strengths and weaknesses of knowledge gap is a powerful defense to have more developed and better understanding about knowledge gap. The knowledge gap, as explored by Baran and Davis, remains a significant challenge in our increasingly digital age. While technology offers immense potential for knowledge, dissemination, and empowerment, it can also exacerbate existing inequalities. As we've seen, the digital divide, characterized by unequal access to information and technology, plays a crucial role in perpetuating the knowledge gap. Socioeconomic disparities, geographic location, age, and gender can all contribute to this divide. All, no exception. That's all for my report. I hope you learned something about the knowledge gap. See you all soon, and thank you very much. Bye.